got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Right to the air goes Sanders. Throw left side complete. That's Jimenez. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And this defense for the Ravens, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
18 Cardinal.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Throwing, Sanders. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Browns.
Here's Sanders. He'll swing this out to Sampson. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Browns, first down.
On play action, here's Shedeur. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. To throw is Sanders. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Cowboys 18, Pioneer.
Sanders to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now Sanders. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Alvarado. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
A 26-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. This is Thomas. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. The Ravens at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Martin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
The partner that locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
He's brought down at the 50.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now Play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
13.
Now Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Sanders. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he is going to have the Browns first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Checks this down to Sampson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Sanders. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
70.
From the gun, it's Shador. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And room there to work it inside the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
13.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Jackson now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Touchdown! Zay Flowers, his first touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
68, dragon 60.
Back to throw. Sanders. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jimenez. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And the Browns 1st down.
Here we go, set.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Get it. Cougar 19, 60 boxes, 60 boxes. Ready.
Play action. It's Sanders. That is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
To number 89. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Cowboy 80. 19, Charger, 9.
Sanders going to throw again. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Okay,
This
ready?
offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Panther 60. Ready?
They'll go. Here's Sanders. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 14-3 advantage already, we'll see how much they want to try to push things, if at all. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. Throw caught by Flowers. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
He's got room at the 30. Big strides, look at him go. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 52 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points didn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. (17-3) the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. It's over the back line, so this is going to come out to the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
To throw is Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Felton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Here's Sanders throwing to start the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Going up top. Oh, and that is incomplete.
You wanted something to save, you wanted something to tame, you wanted me to come running when you called my name, you wanted something to train, girl, that you could keep on the chain, girl. Ever since you laid eyes on me, you've been barking